Hello and welcome back to Operation Void. I'm your host, Forgotten Void, and this week we will be going over defensive Newport with a torpedo boat, specifically Fubuki. And so I was running Fubuki a couple of days, as I was grinding her up because on the tech tree I had reset the Shimikaze line, as you see, 12 times. I have a 12 times bonus. I didn't reset it 12 times. I reset it less than that. Used the double bonus 3 or 4 times. But anyways, so I was grinding up. I have the Akatsuki now. Soon to have the Kagero. But yeah, so I was researching that, and so I was running the Fubuki. And so you get to see a game in Newport where I'm playing the Fubuki. And see how I forget my English after a day of work and thinking in Japanese. So the Fubuki, these are the modules I use. Main battery, the engine room protection, because it also does reduces the repair time. Torpedo mod, because this is a torpedo boat. And the propulsion mod for getting out of messy situations quickly. So right now we're at 1500 HP. It's 1300, 600. So it's actually running the alpha hull in the battle, which you'll see because it will have less hit points than I currently have on the ship now. Okay, Commander. So I run the destroyer, the basic destroyer. So this is a basic destroyer thing. You run radio location. So this is the same one I run on, same commander as what's it? The Poi boat, Yudachi. So same commander as Yudachi. So standard destroyer build plus adrenaline rush, fill the tubes, radio location, and consumable specialist. So you don't. So if you only have a 13-point captain, the first thing I would get after is fill the tubes. After that, I would actually go with radio location before adrenaline rush, and this is because this allows you to know where the enemies are if they're not spotted. It allows you to blind torp things, possibly. And then you get adrenaline rush, and then consumable specialist is more for Yudachi than others. If I was to get a different 1-point skill, I would actually go for grease the gears for this line, but when you are using torpedo reload booster, you want the consumable specialist because it will reduce the preparation and reload time for torpedo reload booster. And then we're running the speed flag. Our only flag we're running is the speed flag because Fubuki is on the slow side. And so, real quickly, why I am running the Fubuki and researching those is for the Research Bureau. The Research Bureau is a special armory section that you get after having 5 tier 10 ships. Once you have 5 tier 10 ships, you get unlocks the Research Bureau, where you can get legendary upgrades for and tier 10 ships. I will cover this at a later date. And you can get ships themselves. Now, currently, I only have Siegfried in Illinois because they are unique. Siegfried, you have... Well, Siegfried was unique when I got her with battleship guns, actual battleship guns at 380 millimeter shells with cruiser accuracy as a tier 9 ship. So basically, Gneisenau, but better because it's upgraded to tier 9. And the torpedoes are under the hull rather than on the deck. So that's another thing I like about her. And then Illinois, which is the opposite, a battleship with cruiser guns. So cruiser with battleship guns and a battleship with cruiser guns. So Illinois has Des Moines, guns. They reload at 10 seconds base, or you can get it down faster, or you can just get them more accurate. But she has battleship dispersion. So they are flip-flopping. That's why I got them. So you have several ships. Apollo Emilio is, everybody's has fun with it. It's an Italian destroyer that actually has torpedoes that hit hard. So that's a fun ship to get. I played it on a press account a while back. It was fun, but not something I'd use every day. So that's why I didn't get it. Colbert is basically Atlanta at tier 10. No smoke, lots of Daka. Sevastopol is a Russian version of Siegfried, but has a better heel and Russian shells instead of German shells, and it has a longer heel, so a better heel. Gibraltar is AP only heavy cruiser with smoke generator at tier 10. Sicilia. I wasn't sure if I was going to get Sicilia or not. Sicilia, I was thinking maybe Sevastopol, maybe Vampire 2. But and now that they have announced tier 10 operations, my two choices are going to be Ohio and Sicilia. They've announced tier 9, 10, and super ship allowed operations. And Sicilia is a secondary based battleship. So she is basically Napoli, but battleship style, so no torps. When I say Napoli, she has SAP secondaries like Napoli and has HE on the main guns. This is a Colombo hull. So the 380 small shells, not really good for randoms, but I'm thinking it might be decent for ops. At least that's what I'm thinking. So I'm planning on picking her up. And then Ohio, her gimmick was Montana hull with 257 millimeter, 457, it's not 200, 457 millimeter guns. Back before every line had a 457 millimeter gun ship. This was back when 457 millimeters was rare. There was like 2 other ships maybe that had it, and then here we are several years later and so many. So she was one of the earlier additions to Research Bureau, and the research that was done was, let's add more 457s. She also has a 40-second cooldown for her repair party. So just like Georgia, Massachusetts, and West Virginia 44, and like all those ships, she also has accurate secondaries. That said, at the tier she's at, the secondaries aren't that good, and better for fire stars, and you want to focus more on the main guns than the secondaries with her. You can do secondaries, but the main guns are where she shines. So that's why I am getting her, and Sicilia, because she's a secondary Italian battleship. And so those are what I'm getting there. And yeah, steel. We'll go over these in another video. That said, without any more further ado, we'll go ahead and hop into battle. Okay, so here we are in battle. You have another tier 6, the Spanish cruiser, South America cruiser, Eastern Dragon. The Dragon's just a Miyoko. New Orleans is the American heavy cruiser. Hipper is the German heavy cruiser. King George V is the No, it's the British. It's the British battleship line, and then Amagi is your battleship. So those are my teammates. And here we are. We spawned on the right side. This right it's the right spawn. So now I know that the spawn will be right, middle, left. because you don't, unlike, well, yes, unlike nothing, there is no place where ships spawn in the same spot they've already spawned, except for Killer Whale. That's scripted. There is no random here. There is no random spawning. So I was coming up to try and get into range to torp these guys, and instead I'm within gunfire range. Ouch, that hurt. Don't worry. It's just adrenaline rush. This is planned. Not really. But, it's... Oh, what button? Okay. I cannot see how... Okay, well, there we go. Adrenaline rush. None of the buttons work in replays, like H or all. Yeah. So, 5.5 seconds lower on the reload. Yay! Missing a third of our health, but we're reduced by 5.5 seconds. This is why Adrenaline Rush, it's nice, but it's more like a consolation prize. It's nice to have, but it's not necessary on the build. You'd rather get the torp reload before you get the Adrenaline Rush. Okay, so we're going to sit here and see the mass. No, they're going to speed up. So we're going to try and predict where they're going to speed up to. Come on. A couple out there for the mass because I'm not sure when he starts to actually finish speeding up. The Fubuki, on the other hand, gets up to top speed very swift and quickly. So now we're going to be in smoke because we are now within 6 kilometers. Now this is where having a destroyer that has smoke and not one that has torpedo reload booster or smoke, this allows us to have this strategy. If we were using torpedo reload booster, oh, there goes the Fubuki. If we were using torpedo reload booster, we'd have to go onto one of the sides, and we would not be allowed to have this lovely position. There we go. Now the mass is down. Fubuki has a much lower health pool than mass, although Fubuki's a tier 6 and mass is a tier 7, so it's also a thing. So we're going to get our torps out. That should be enough to kill the Congo. Yep, especially since the Congo has Congo HP and not tier 7 HP. Yeah. Yep, there we go. It only took 4 torps. And our smoke's going out. And we're going to try and get this Alba. Alba already shot at someone else. And no more Alba. So now I'm sitting here. Notice I'm using the island as cover between me and the Bayern to make sure that I'm not being shot at as I'm getting back into position while my torps reload. Okay, my torps are loaded. We're going to go ahead and go up to full speed with torps out. We're not really going to take main guns here because the main guns aren't fast enough to turn towards us. And the Hipper was able to get their torps off first. So if the Hipper hadn't done that, we would have the damage from the Bayern, but it's just a tier 6 battleship. It's not actually worth that much. And the Hipper is asking how to repair. Where's the heal circle? As he's nice and out all the way out here. The green circle on the mini map, you know, the green circle is all the way here. It's really these two sections. There's one ship there and one ship there. And there's my, you put yourself out of the fight and go back to the spawn area. As you spawn around here. And there's one heal ship right there. And those are the two ships. So because the fighting is all out here, that what we are doing, and the repair is back there, this is why we are not going back to repair. Sure, we're at half health, but that's fine. We're fine. Nope, there's the Shiatsuyu. So we were already turning out, and this allows us so that as soon as the smoke screen starts, we are now hidden. And the guns aren't that good, but we're here. We're in the smoke. Someone else is spotting. The enemy are shooting guns. We might as well use our guns on this destroyer that's here. And this will keep us from getting out too far away from the fight. Oh, there goes the Kagero. I'm not sure how they were able to shoot us, but no more York. And we have a fire on a Shiratsu. So we're going to go ahead and throw our torps out. Do a little bit more guns on the Shiratsuyu. Then we're going to turn around. Now that the Shiratsuyu is dead, we can shoot at the Z. But we should be turning around soon. There we go. Since it's only the Z left and we have the torps out for the Z, right now our best bet is to get in position for the first spawn, since we have a minute and a half. And the Fubuki, although it is decently fast, it is not super fast. It's one of the slower destroyers. So Tashkent 39 would be nice here. Tashkent 39, and it's what, 50 knot speed at tier 7. Unfortunately, we don't get that. We get barely 40 knots in a straight line. So because of that, we will not be up right next to the ships when they spawn. So we won't be able to spawn kill them. But at the same time, we won't be in detection range once they spawn, so that our smoke will also work. Our last smoke there, which is just come off cooldown. So if you want to speedrun or do this faster, if you kill all the ships very quickly, and then you destroy the 2 ships chasing the Des Moines before the main attack starts, the main attack will start early. So you don't have to sit around waiting for the main attack to start. So there's Ganaizuno. And we let in a pattern that will allow a Ganaizuno to accelerate into the torps. Oh, my English is failing. これから日本語喋った方がいいかな? There we go. No more Ganaizuno. So that's the dangerous one. now there's an Ibuki. Well, I guess the Ibuki is the more dangerous one. But for some reason, they have Def AA equipped as their stock, I think. I'm pretty sure stock is Def AA instead of Hydro. So I don't expect to be hydroed by the Ibuki. And so we swapped to armor piercing because we're pretty close. Even though I don't expect to be able to get citadels, we're close enough. It's better than HE because with armor piercing, I'm pretty sure we're going to get full pens, whereas high explosive we have the chance of not penning. So 14 seconds, 12 seconds till it ends, and there's the Z-23. So here I realize that I won't be able to torp it. So we're going in a little bit, and then we're going to wait for it to get towards the island, and then we're turning in. So we're turning in because now we're trying to approach the Musashi while not really getting spotted by the Z-23. And it was really good that we turned in when we did. Because in the brief moment we were spotted, the Z-23 had already sent torps our way. So here, where we're sending one torp on the line, one ahead of the line, one behind the line, this is to accommodate for any kind of deviation. And this is normally people will do half on the line and half along the line ahead and half on the line back. Having 3 racks allows you to spread it out even further to ensure that your torps will hit. And that is one of the really good things about having 3 or more torpedo racks. Because if you only have 2, then it's half on, half off. But with 3, you can get a very wide spread, like what we're doing here. And we were able to get 4 torpedo hits with that. So as you see, I'm doing several spreads ahead, and that is because I was expecting the Musashi to speed up. So now we're trying to move, get out of the range. Honestly, I should have just done a full U-turn from here, but I didn't know the Musashi would, if the Musashi would die to this or not. So I'm being cautious. And it did not die, and it dies to no Noreen's fire. And I should be turning left now. I hesitate a little bit. Do I go around which way I go around this island? And it's actually past the point I should have turned around that I did, or at the point where I should have just kept on going. And so that's a little mistake on my part, because I should have turned around earlier to go after the Nagato. Not like it matters at this point, because we still have 5 of our teammates around. This would have just gotten us more damage. We're already at 350k. What are you talking about? We don't need more damage. Of course we need more damage. More damage. More damage. So I launched the torps as soon as I can, but the Nagato's already taken punishment since it's now the only remaining ship left. So here we've gotten pretty much every, by staying out of the harbor, after the first hit, we only lost another 5k. We're still another, not even 5. We're at 9k, so 4.5k HP. So even taking the big chunk at the beginning, we didn't really lose that much, and that's because we are a stealthy torp boat, and being stealthy allows you the flexibility. And there we go. 465,000 credits. And we're using gray boosters, I think. 465,000 credits, 13,000 experience, 1,800 free XP in a non-premium ship. We have major contribution here, Sea Star, and then Ray, or how it used to be called Torpedo Man. Hence the torpedoes. This is a mod, so not the standard symbol. Fubuki here, 2,000 base XP. Versus the next is Hipper at 1,200, KGV at 1,100. I mean, these are alright ships, but none of them were, and nobody was really in position to take advantage of the ships, except for the Hipper. The Hipper was out there for the first part, going for the broadsides, being brave. He lost most of its HP because of that, but he was able to get the first part of good damage. And if more ships come out, then we wouldn't have had such a great game, because you have to wait a while for torpedoes to hit their targets. Whereas guns, Citadels, you can do that very quickly. Gneisenau there, 60,000 HP. Only took 6 torpedoes. We sent 9 its way. Because if you notice the team, it's 6, 8, 7, 7, 7, 8, 6. So it has an average of 7, meaning that the ships aren't buffed or debuffed. They should have their original HP values. Because Opts now have, like, tier 7 is original HP values. No, shouldn't be any modifications. So when you have 8s, that the HP goes up, and more 6s when the HP goes down. Also, the enemy damage penetration values for their shells. I believe, yeah, it's just HP damage and penetration value for shells that are affected with the tier difference. So you see, what, 322k with torpedoes, 23,000 from guns. And yep, credits is plus 20%. That should be a gray, plus 5% with the bonus package. So it was a base value earned of 248k, and then buffed with premium, and then buffed with packages, which more than cancel out the service charge, of a total profit of 427,000 damage in a tech tree ship. Not a premium, a tech tree ship. So you can earn a lot of money in ops in tech tree ships if you do well, especially here at tier 6 when the service charge is so low. Well, with that said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this where we're the underdog, the lower tier, or just grinding through, let me know in the comments. If there's a specific ship that you want to see, let me know. Otherwise, I hope to see you again next week, and I hope you have a good one.